Copyright Assignment Assure Model. Lesson by Melody Garrido. When considering how to set up this lesson, I had to look at the makeup of the class. The 8 and 9-year-old students are primarily low-income socioeconomic, with several having to be redirected, especially when they are learning something new. There is a wide range of abilities. The majority of the students are on or above grade level reading, but there are several students below average in writing. Students have little to no prior knowledge of copyright laws, so they will need to work in multi-level groups to support each other in finding the needed information to complete the activity. The students will also use technology so that they can be supported in referencing their information using the Cite tab. State standards and objectives. Students will be able to understand copyright rules after listening to the presentation, apply copyright practices to their national symbols project, use information ethically when provided with the parameters to cite sources, understand the vocabulary of intellectual freedom, intellectual property, fair use, and the right to privacy. Select strategies and resources. The teacher-centered portion of the lesson allows me to introduce copyright and fair use laws to the students, connecting the new learning to their schema, and providing the students with the context of these laws. This part of the lesson introduces the students to the product they will produce and the process of producing that product. During the student-centered part of the lesson, the students will use the library database to inquire about their symbol and create a group presentation to share. They will also practice restating their information in their own words and referencing their work at this point. Utilize resources. After we get to the computer lab, students will get into their groups and I will preview the research databases on the library website. Then I will go over the templates I created to help the students stay organized and complete the class project. I will make sure to demonstrate how to use each of the appropriate databases. I will move through the lab to monitor student inquiry process, being mindful of how they restate their information and reference their work. As I see students that need more guidance, I will reteach strategies and skills. Require learner participation. Students will research national symbols on the library databases. Each group will create one slide for the class slideshow. One drawback to the setup of this lesson is that every student has access to the class slideshow. I will monitor groups closely to ensure they do not mess up other groups' slides. Evaluate and revise. An assessment of learners' achievement. After we watch the class slideshow, students will evaluate their experience using a short survey. I will also conference with students throughout the activity to evaluate their understanding. Finally, I will evaluate the students' work using a rubric. I will also evaluate my own lesson to improve upon it. One way I will work to improve it is to get with our school technology team to find a way for the students to create their group slide before building the class slideshow. This way they will not accidentally mess up other students' work. Also, as my students master using the library database to research and reference the works using the Cite tabs, I will work with my students to use books and teach them how to cite works in those books.